Good news. Today is your lucky day. Do you know why? Reason. You took the initiative to open this newsletter. Agree or not, what you are about to read will certainly help you to be a better sales and marketing professional. True. Jokes aside, this chapter on prospecting by direct mail is an important tool in your career in selling. Believe it or not, many rookie salespersons and even experienced ones are unaware of this technique to get new customers. It could be out of fear or ignorance. Since you are now reading this chapter, your efforts is not wasted. Truly, many readers have greatly benefited from it. You have my solemn promise, deal. Just to give a foretaste of this chapter, allow me to relate some salient points. Alright, in essence, there is a good details provided on the definition on prospecting by direct mail. Also, you get to read the key benefits of using this prospecting method. Additionally, we will talk later about the tips of how to prospect successfully by direct mail. Are you happy so far? We hope you are. Then let's dive deep into this chapter. Shall we? Thanks. Chapter 10, Prospecting by Direct Mail. Quote, having an excellent sales piece is a critical part of the success of any direct mail campaign. With the right sales piece, you could see your phone ring off the hook, your mailbox overflow with orders, or your web page receive hundreds or even thousands of hits. By Craig Simpson, a Canadian former professional ice hockey winger who played 10 seasons in the National Hockey League for. Hold your horses, don't be too eager to launch your direct mail campaign as a prospecting tool. Agree. Before writing another word, here is an important caveat which must be mentioned first. Here's it is. There is the extreme need of a selected mailing list which is updated. Anyway, direct mail prospecting is still far superior to prospecting by personal calls. It's because it entails selecting the best person and also uncovers more info of the unknown prospects. Plus, it helps to discover prospects' details and their need consciousness. Furthermore, it does really work like magic because it helps agents to gain new clients or business who might have never considered by a salesperson otherwise. Especially in a rapidly appreciating neighborhood. Next, let's discover the benefits of such method. Are you game? In this same chapter, I want to give you 5 benefits of using direct mail. In plain truth, there are some distinct advantages you don't find in any other type of media for connecting with prospects. True. Here are the benefits. Benefits number 1. Direct mail stands out. Think about it. How many emails do you think a marketing director gets every day? 20. 200. Email is a very crowded channel. The phone is also a very crowded channel. Social media is a very crowded channel too. But direct mail, because it's considered a dinosaur when it comes to marketing, is not a crowded media. Business owners and marketing directors don't get many well-written direct mail pieces from professionals like you who are introducing themselves and their services to them. Hence, you have a good chance of standing out, which is really important. It's very difficult to stand out in a prospect's email inbox among 200 other emails. It's much easier to stand out when they only get 2 or 3 pieces of mail a day. Benefits number 2. More access. With direct mail, you get an opportunity to reach prospects who would otherwise be difficult to reach. Make no mistakes, direct mail is as close to a sure way of reaching someone because you can, with a name and address, write a direct mail letter, and it's going to be received. That doesn't necessarily mean someone is going to pay attention to it or read the whole thing. Actually, it's up to you to create a direct mail piece that will captivate your prospect. Benefits number 3. Your paper sales force. Direct mail gets your message across in a well-articulated, professional way. Writing a sales letter is an opportunity to develop a well-constructed presentation of yourself and your services. It allows you to introduce yourself in exactly the way you want to be introduced. Plus, it allows you to highlight your credentials and communicate your message. Marketeers often call sales letters a paper sales force because if you have a really well-written sales letter, it does a great job of presenting the benefits of working with you. Your paper sales force can be out there in the mail knocking on doors for you every week. You don't have to pay them commission like other salespeople. It's a great way to get a well-articulated message or presentation of who you are and what you do across to a potential client. Benefits number 4. Fewer potential problems. Another benefit is that there are fewer issues with direct mail than with other types of marketing media. Although, direct mail is cumbersome to put together as you have to create an interesting sales letter. It's on paper, you have to get it printed and mailed. That's the downside. But besides those issues, there isn't anything else to worry about. You can call prospects in person, but future customers often hard to reach by phone. But direct mail, it's not like that. Once you get it in the mail, you're done. If it works, it works. Benefits number. It's a sample of your work. This is a very wonderful benefit when you create a direct mail piece to promote services. Even as a copywriter, you are also creating a sample for your portfolio. If you have a well-written letter that promotes your own business, you can use that as an example of your direct mail creativity, strategy, and writing. So if you use direct mail, be sure to feature it in your portfolio too. These are 5 benefits of direct mail. If you've never tried prospecting by direct mail, I encourage you to consider it. As you can see, direct mail is still an excellent tool for reaching potential clients. Period. Additionally, if anyone wants to succeed in direct mailing, one must quickly unlearn certain assumptions about what it takes to ensure this medium work. The direct marketing strategist quickly learns that successful direct response marketing is an iterative process that requires multiple attempts to distill what some call a control position. The control position represents the company's scalable direct mail program that consists of a proven winning combination of lists, offers, products, and direct mail packages. Trust me, direct mail does still work. In fact, a properly planned and executed direct mail campaign can be extremely beneficial. Yes. Now that you know the value of using direct mail for prospecting purposes, let's examine the tips on how to apply such tactics. Alright, here are the 6 tips on how to embark on doing successful direct mail prospecting campaign. Tip number 1. Focus on highly targeted, high probability prospects. Instead of sending a mailing to a list of 10,000 people, you want to be very, very focused. Cherry pick the prospects you're going to send your mailing to. They should be your best potential clients, your dream clients. Believe me, you too can do the same thing. Find a very targeted group of prospects that are high probability prospects for you. Tailor your message specifically to them. Don't send a letter that is suitable across multiple industries, because then it becomes too general, and you dilute your message, and it won't be as effective. Therefore, do write a direct mail piece that appeals to your prospect's specific needs. Your piece will get their attention, and you'll land more clients. Now, you want your list to be very targeted, isn't it? Next, tip number 2. Send out at least 100 pieces. I was talking to a copywriter a couple of weeks ago who said she had sent out 16 letters and nothing much happened. I'm not surprised. That's not nearly enough. I recommend creating a list of at least 100 prospects, and mail your letter or postcard to that list. With 100 names, you'll get a better indication of whether direct mail is going to work for you. Typically, a 2% response to direct mail is a good response. So, if you get 2 or 3 responses from 100 names, you'll know direct mail is going to work with your target audience. If you do 1 or 2 mailings of 100 or more pieces each, and get a response or 2, you've got a winner. Tip number 3. Personalize it. Never send out a sales letter or a postcard that simply says, "Dear Marketing Director," or "Dear Business Owner." You need to research each company, so you know the full name and title of your prospect. Tip number 4. Make it memorable. There are 2 ways you can do this. First, you can make a great offer. For example, you can offer a special report, such as 7 tips for writing a sizzling sales page, a bundle of articles, or a tip sheet. Make sure it's something that's memorable, because even if they don't request it, they'll remember it. A second option is to use a gimmick. By gimmick, I mean something in the letter that grabs attention. Tip number 5. Don't forget the envelope copy. When sending out your letter, don't send an envelope with just an address on it. Put some text on the envelope, something that will grab their attention. Communications have become more visual. To get that envelope opened, you need to have something interesting on the envelope. In fact, they may be motivated to call you because they're so impressed with the letter that you sent them. That said, I believe we have examined almost all the essential aspects in using direct mailing as a prospecting instrument. Happy now? You bet. Anyway, since you are now reading this chapter, your efforts isn't always wasted. In truth, many readers have significantly benefited from it. Be reminded there are some areas that must be recalled. Firstly, take note the in-depth explanation of prospecting by direct mail. Secondly, do remember the keys benefits of using this kind of prospecting style. Lastly, please recall that there's some mentions in detail the techniques of prospecting by direct mail. Get my drift? The contents may be too detailed a chapter for you, but fear not. All you have to religiously believe this method does really work. It has proven its usefulness over time and space. This is confirmed by its workability through my experiences. You can have my ironclad guarantee for that. A few wise words from Dan S. Kennedy would be a fitting gesture to end the chapter. Incidentally, he is small business marketing strategist and best-selling author. Often called the millionaire maker because that's what his advice does for you. A business without a mailing list is not a business. With that, it's sayonara, and best wishes from me, the virtual presenter for author and consultant CTM Joseph Ng. End of chapter 10. P.S. Come to think of it, we know it is a lengthy chapter on prospecting by direct mail. All the same, thanks for reading the entire chapter up to now. Make no mistakes, we are committed to your growth, self-development, and your success in your selling and marketing professions. Needless to say, since you have read this entire chapter, you now deserve more free bonus gifts of free chapters of the book, How to Prospect for Your Ideal Customer. Least you forget these sharing will continue in WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And of course in our club's president email, josephsfung@gmail.com. Upon request. Alright, thank you again. We, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter for author and consultant, hope to meet you, next chapter. Goodbye and best wishes. Dated, the 22nd of March 2022 year.